Hey guys, so today I'm filming a first impression on the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. Recently I have tried out a couple different foundations and have not been too impressed, so I hope that this one will finally make me happy when it comes to foundation. So there are several shades in this line. I will have them all listed down below with their color description to help you choose the right color for you. I have the second lightest shade, which is number light 44. This is a light color with beige undertones. And this foundation retails for $34, which is quite expensive, so I'm really hoping that this will blow me away. And this is what the box looks like. It has some claims on the back that I will read to you. It says that this foundation is full coverage with a 24-hour wear. It's transfer resistant, it has a matte finish, it is fragrance free and oil free, and it is suitable for all skin types. So those are some pretty high claims, but those are things that are all really important to me when it comes to foundation. So if this foundation really does live up to its claims and it is the right color match for me, then this might be my perfect foundation. So we're just going to get into the demo, and this is what the bottle looks like. It's really pretty. It has some of Kat Von D's tattooing around here. So the way that this foundation works is you press the top of the pump and then the foundation will come up from the bottom, kind of like a conveyor belt. So to apply this foundation, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I think I'm going to spritz some Max Fix Plus on the brush because I know that this is a really thick foundation and I want to make sure that I can apply it smoothly. So I'm going to apply just a little bit of Fix Plus to my brush. So first, I'm going to just squeeze some out and dot it on my face. That's how I like to apply my foundation. Obviously, this part is totally up to you. So here's what it looks like. It is a pretty thick consistency, which if it doesn't feel heavy, then I don't mind a thick consistency. It doesn't really bother me. So far, the color looks okay. It looks almost a little orangey, which I don't like. So we'll see what it looks like when it's all blended out. So now that we have it all dotted on my face, I'm going to take Fix Plus, spritz my brush, and then I'm going to take a washcloth and tap off any of the excess moisture so it doesn't mess up the actual coverage of my foundation. It will just help it apply more smoothly. So now I'm just going to press this into my skin, which helps give me fuller coverage, and already that looks really great. And I'm hoping that this is a foundation that I can get away with wearing only one layer. That would be awesome if the coverage was that good. So we will see. It seems to be blending really nicely. I think it really helped that I did use that Fix Plus. Sorry if I'm not looking into the camera. I'm looking in my mirror to make sure that I get this blended properly. And it does feel a little thick. Even though I use that Fix Plus, I am having to put in some pressure to really blend it, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It is something that kind of comes with the territory when you have a thick foundation. So guys, that is one layer on my face, and look at this intense coverage. That is so incredible that I got this much coverage with one layer. And this foundation covered up so much of my acne, so I'm not going to be putting on a blemish concealer. I am just going to put a little concealer under my eyes, and I'm going to set my face with the e.l.f. HD powder, which will not give me any coverage. It won't mattify me. It will just set my makeup. So it is 10 o'clock right now. I will check back in with you every couple hours. I have high hopes about how this wears throughout the day because I think the color actually looks pretty nice, and it is really full coverage with a matte finish, so I love that. It is still a little bit tacky, but I do think it will dry down. After I put all my makeup on, I will check back in with you to let you know how my makeup applied over top of this, but I'm really impressed so far. I think that the color and the coverage is incredible, so I will check back in with you guys in a little little bit. Hey guys, I'm back for my first update. It is now 1:30, so it is 3.5 hours later. I was gonna film my update a little bit earlier, but my camera died, so I had to charge it. So this is what my makeup looks like after 3.5 hours. So I do have a couple points that I want to make. First off is that I'm not sure if it oxidized on me or not, because I feel like my face and my neck don't match. It's not off by a ton, but I think it doesn't match. The problem may be that my foundation had more neutral undertones and my skin is very yellow, so that might be the difference, and hopefully it's just something that I can notice and not anybody else. I do like this foundation a lot so far. For 3.5 hours of wear, I think it's really impressive. I am not shiny yet at all, which is really awesome. I'm sure in a little bit though I'm gonna have some oil breakthrough around my nose, because that is what always happens, and I do think that it is essential to use that MAC Fix Plus when you're applying, or some other product to help dampen your brush a little bit to really help blend it into your skin, because it is such a thick formula. Another thing I wanted to mention about this foundation is that if you do have large pores like I do, I would recommend using a pore filling primer. I could only notice it when I got close up in the mirror, but right here I have large pores and this foundation definitely settled into them. So I would definitely recommend you try using a pore filling primer like Benefit Professional or the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer to help fill them a little bit so that your makeup looks smoother on them. But overall, I do enjoy this foundation a lot so far. I think the coverage is awesome. I didn't put any concealer on my blemishes at all, which I always have to with every foundation, so I'm really impressed by that. I don't think that it looks too heavy or cakey on my skin, but I think that Fix Plus really did help keep that from happening. So far I'm really impressed. I will probably have one more update with you guys, and then I will have a text post at the end of the night letting you know how this wore for 12 hours. So hopefully my next check-in will be just as good as this one, so I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so I am back for my next check-in. It is 4 o'clock. So I have had this foundation on for 6 hours so far, and I think it looks great. I am slightly oily around my nostrils, but that's it, which is really impressive for me. Usually I get super oily around my nostrils by this time, so I have one piece of toilet paper. I'm just going to blot and see how that goes. Some foundations, when I blot them, the product like comes off, so I want to see how this looks after blotting, and I will go ahead and just blot the other areas of my face that tend to be oily, which, I mean, you saw before I didn't look shiny. So I'm really impressed that by this 6-hour mark I only had a slight bit of oil. So in my 12-hour update I will let you know how it controlled my oil throughout the rest of the day. But so far, really impressed with this foundation. I do think that it might be a smidge too dark for me, but I will just apply a little bit of bronzer to my neck and I think I should be good. But I'm really impressed with this foundation, a lot more impressed than I was with the Becca. So all good things about this foundation. I think the coverage is great. It does give a nice matte finish. The coloring is pretty good for me. So really impressed and loving this foundation so far. So if you have tried this, I would love to know your thoughts in a comment down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.